everyone. Today I'm interviewing Michael Woloszynowicz, pretty famous photographer based in Toronto, Canada. You might have seen his photos. Those are beautiful landscapes and some really high-end fashion photo shoots. So I'll be interviewing him about like a couple of life questions, I would say. Welcome.
Thank you.
So the first question that I have for you is that I know that you've been working in the past as a developer, as a full stack developer.
Yep.
How's that working out for you?
That was good. I mean, it wasn't that I didn't enjoy it necessarily. It was just photography came along and kind of, became my passion, and it's kind of hard juggling the two. So yeah, it's not that it was bad. It was just it's very different. And
so how did you get started in photography then?
It was just honestly like I just grabbed my dad's camera, started taking pictures, and at the same time just started messing around with Photoshop, and I kind of enjoyed both of those too. So
what happens is I guess you messed with Photoshop really well. I am honestly really jealous about the quality of your shots and quality of post-production.
Thank you.
I realized that I'm looking forward to your tutorials and finding out the ways how you post-process the shots. So how did you make this transition from just taking photos for yourself to teaching other people take photos by writing tutorials, by writing retouching tutorials and things like that?
Well, I mean, it was, as far as the tutorials, it was just more people were asking me the same sets of questions over and over again. So I decided, you know what, let's record some video tutorials on that. Why not give it a shot kind of thing. And started picking up. People seemed to enjoy them for whatever reason. They liked what I was saying, and so I just kept doing that. And that obviously grew into a bunch of different other channels through Retouching Academy and other educational sites that I've been a part of. So yeah, it's been kind of interesting. Not something I ever expected that would take off, but I don't know. Apparently, people seem to like the way I teach. So.
And look, I'm one of them definitely. So I'm looking forward to all of this. I guess you're not working as a developer anymore.
I still work part-time. I mean, I don't really, maybe like 1 day a week, 1.5 days a week. Just, it's nice to have something kind of different as well. So it was an option that I had, and so I decided, for the time being, while I can do it, I still want to kind of stick around because it's something I did enjoy doing. So didn't really want to give it up entirely.
But I would assume that you really like doing tutorials as well, especially knowing that people look forward for them, people care about.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a lot more gratifying as you kind of go along, right? At the beginning, you're just like, well, I'm going to spend all this time. I don't know if anybody's going to actually watch it or if it's going to pay off in any way. So yeah, I mean, definitely at this point, it's, being able to kind of distribute some of this stuff on f-stoppers and whatnot, then, that helps because it's like, yeah, I know I'm going to put in 2 days of work, but a lot of people are going to get something out of this. A lot of people are going to see it. So it definitely makes it better.
Is it something that you just found naturally, like in the sense that, talking about me obviously for a second, I wanted to start 500px because I figured that, if I would be shooting, I would be shooting just by myself and helping me making money and other people that I'm shooting for. But with starting 500px, you can help a lot more people. What you've done is that you're helping tens of thousands of people get better through retouching workshops and things like that. So is it something that you see as your natural passion, helping other people?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice to see people progressing. I mean, it's gratifying too when people message you and say, I learned a lot from your tutorials, and I've kind of been able to step up my game and things like that. So again, not something that I expected to really fall in my lap, but it's always nice to see when people have those kind words to say, and it's always interesting when people come across your work and they're like, oh, I loved your YouTube tutorials or whatever. It just kind of seems like that's where people know me from. So. I just actually hit 1 million views on my YouTube channel, which was nice. So, it was great to see. Not something I ever expected would happen.
No, congratulations. 1 million is a pretty good number.
Well, it's getting there. Yeah. It's getting there.
And I guess it's just going to go.
Well, let's hope.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll help you with that.
Thank you.
Switching gears a little bit, you're shooting between fashion and landscapes, or like studio work and landscapes, cityscapes. What comes first? What do you like more personally?
Well, you know what? There's different things I like about each of them. I mean, the great thing about shooting cityscapes and landscapes is you just grab your camera, you find a spot you want to go to, you just go there and you shoot, whatever comes. Whereas with Fashion stuff, there's a lot more planning, a lot more logistics to deal with, a lot more frustrations, I would say, oftentimes too, because like last minute changes and like just people clashing and things like that. So I don't know. I mean, for me, that's kind of my, I guess, when it comes to the career portion, the focus is on fashion and portraiture and things like that. I think architecture, cityscapes, landscapes, that's more of my sort of creative outlet to just enjoy photography and not stress about anything. So I enjoy them both equally. It's more just one is more my recreation, the other one is more my job.
Money, right? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I think it's something that we experienced at 500px is that landscapes and cityscapes, you can only have so many. Like they're hard to sell. Yeah. And though we have better track record of selling landscapes and cityscapes than other stock companies, it's still extremely hard because there's only so much demand in the world for this. But yeah, thanks. With that in mind, you're shooting a lot of studio work. There's probably some piece of equipment that you really want to get your hands on.
There's always many pieces of equipment that you want to get your hands on. I mean, for me, having shot medium format recently during a workshop, I really started to enjoy it just because I find for my type of work, it just suits my workflow really well. I've been shooting tethered a lot more, and just the quality's been fantastic too. So, like a Phase 1 IQ 140 or 160 or something like that would be really nice to have. There's always like lighting equipment that you want, but ultimately you have to kind of just restrain yourself and know that it's a progression. You don't have to have everything at once, and you can take great pictures.
Are you one of those tech geeks that want like the latest and the greatest?
No, I really don't care. I mean, for me, it's more of like a practical application. If it's actually going to benefit me or allow me to do something different that I couldn't do before, then something I'll consider. But whether it's the latest or greatest, like the Nikon came out with the D810, right? So. On the fence about whether or not I want to go that route or not. I'm happy with what I have.
Look, I think you're shooting with D800 or D800.
Yeah, D800. Yeah.
It's not a big change.
It's working for me. So
yeah.
Don't need to splash out 3,000 just to have that extra 10.
Okay. So no, that's good to hear. I'm more of the techno junkie. I want like the latest and the greatest. So I want to restrain myself from time to time and just like figure out like why do I want this.
Sometimes you have to just let it sit for a week and decide if you still want it at the end of the week, right?
Compare it against your bank account balance.
That's right.
And
exactly.
like, I don't know if I really want it that badly.
Exactly.
So is it something that you're planning to do next? So I know that there's a lot of new things that you start doing, writing for F-stoppers.
Yep.
You sign up for August Corporation, which nobody knows what it is, but we'll find out.
Yeah, you guys know as much as I do.
And is there something else that is coming along?
Yeah, I mean, I've got fashion DVD coming out as well, so it's going to be retouching photography, basically teaching portraiture, so that'll be out at the end of the summer, so I'm excited about that. And just other than that, taking it day by day.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.